Chapter 1. Into the unknown. The dense foliage of the Bolivian jungle swallowed Nurse Amelia Thompson as she ventured deeper into the uncharted territory. Armed with only a compass and a determined spirit, she had decided to explore this forgotten corner of the world. Her curiosity had always been her driving force, but little did she know that this particular quest would test her limits in ways she could never have imagined. Amelia's heart raced as she hacked through the thick undergrowth, sweat streaming down her brow. The jungle seemed to close in around her, whispering its dark secrets. She knew she should have heeded the warnings of the locals, who spoke of spirits that roamed these parts, malevolent entities that preyed on unsuspecting intruders. The eerie silence made her uneasy. There were no sounds of birds chirping, no rustling of critters scurrying about. It was as if the jungle itself held its breath, waiting to reveal its intentions. Amelia's steps faltered for a moment, doubt creeping into her mind. But the allure of discovery beckoned her forward, pushing her fears aside. As the sun sank lower in the sky, Amelia realized she needed to find shelter for the night. With every passing second, darkness consumed the jungle, making it even more forbidding. Her heart pounded, matching the rhythm of the drums she thought she heard in the distance. Panic threatened to consume her, but she pressed on, refusing to let fear rule her. Just as hope flickered, a faint glimmer caught Amelia's eye. A light, barely distinguishable through the dense foliage, twinkled like a distant star. She hurried toward it, relief washing over her like a warm embrace. As she emerged into a small clearing, she discovered an ancient stone temple, partially buried by time and nature. Intrigued by the unexpected find, Amelia approached the temple cautiously. The eerie silence was broken by her hushed footsteps echoing off the cold stones. The air grew thick with an otherworldly energy, as if the temple itself held ancient secrets within its crumbling walls. Inside, Amelia's gaze fell upon a magnificent mural depicting rituals and sacrifices. The colors had faded, but the story etched into the mural's essence remained hauntingly vivid. She traced her fingers across the ancient art, her mind filling with wonder and dread. Suddenly, a gust of wind rattled the temple's desolate corridors. Amelia's heart skipped a beat as she realized she was no longer alone. A presence loomed, unseen but palpable. She felt an icy breath on the nape of her neck, sending shivers down her spine. Fear clawed at her insides, but her resolve stood firm. Searching for answers, Amelia delved deeper into the temple's mysteries, uncovering cryptic tablets and hidden chambers. Each discovery whispered of a forgotten world, a time when the jungle was ruled by an ancient civilization practicing dark rituals to appease the gods. As her exploration reached its zenith, Amelia uncovered an ominous prophecy foretelling the return of an ancient deity. The realization struck her like a bolt of lightning, electrifying her senses. She understood the legends now, the spirits that guarded the jungle, the warnings of danger. Her pulse racing, Amelia knew she had to find a way to seal away this awakening malevolence before it could devour the world. She braced herself for the most perilous leg of her journey, vowing to protect the innocent from the approaching darkness. With newfound determination, Amelia embarked on a treacherous quest, a race against time to gather the necessary artifacts and perform the rituals to prevent the resurrection of the vengeful deity. Little did she know that her actions would have unintended consequences, awakening forces she had not yet fathomed. The jungle, a character in its own right, held its secrets close, waiting to reveal its true intentions. And as Amelia embarked on her harrowing journey through the Bolivian jungle, the stage was set for an epic battle between light and darkness. Chapter 2. Shadows of the Past. Amelia pressed onward, her path twisting deeper into the heart of the jungle. The echoes of her own footsteps seemed swallowed by the dense flora, their sound muffled by the heavy silence. The air grew thicker, as if the jungle itself inhaled and exhaled, a living entity observing her every move. She had been traveling for days, her eyes fixed on the prize, the sacred artifact said to possess the key to sealing away the malevolent deity. But the jungle seemed to conspire against her, its tendrils reaching out to ensnare her, tangling her weary body. It was as if the spirits of the long-forgotten civilization were protecting their ancient treasures. Amelia's body screamed for rest, but she pushed forward, driven by determination and a sense of duty. The oppressive heat bore down upon her, causing her sweat-soaked clothes to cling to her body. The sensation of being watched intensified, sending prickles of unease down her spine. As she trudged onward, Amelia began to notice peculiar markings etched upon the trees. Ancient symbols, scratched into the bark, whispered ancient secrets. She paused to decipher their meaning, her fingers tracing the intricate lines as if connecting with a forgotten wisdom. The message became clear: beware the shadows that move with the rising moon. The warning gnawed at Amelia's mind, urging her to hasten her pace. The jungle grew darker as the sun retreated, casting long shadows that danced along the forest floor. Amplified by her exhaustion, every rustle became an adversary, every flicker of movement a lurking threat. Time blurred, and Amelia found herself disoriented in the depths of the jungle. The moon hung high above, casting an eerie glow upon the twisted vegetation. She tried to retrace her steps, but the once familiar paths had transformed into a labyrinth of uncertainty. Panic clawed at her chest, but she fought to maintain her composure. Then, a haunting melody drifted through the air, carried on the nocturnal breeze. It was enchanting, melodic yet tinged with sorrow. Amelia found herself drawn toward the ethereal notes, her curiosity overpowering her growing sense of unease. She emerged into a small clearing, bathed in an otherworldly glow. In the center stood a solitary figure, her back turned toward Amelia. The woman's flowing white garments fluttered in the breeze, her long hair cascading down her back like a waterfall of silver. Amelia approached cautiously, drawn to the mysterious presence. As she neared, the figure turned, revealing eyes as black as the void. A gasp caught in Amelia's throat as recognition washed over her. It was not a separate entity she beheld, but a reflection of herself, a manifestation of her deepest fears. The doppelganger beckoned, her voice a mere whisper on the wind. Amelia hesitated, but something inside her refused to deny herself this confrontation. She stepped forward, her twin mirroring her every move. Their eyes locked in a silent battle, a clash of wills against the backdrop of the foreboding jungle. Amelia's reflection spoke without words, conveying the doubts, the insecurities, and the fears that had plagued her for far too long. It was a moment of reckoning, a confrontation with the shadows that had consumed her. With a surge of determination, Amelia reached out, her hand trembling as it connected with her own reflection. In that instant, the doppelganger dissipated, fading back into the jungle like a distant memory. Amelia stood alone, the weight of her past fears lifted from her shoulders. The jungle, once an impenetrable wall, now quivered with an unspoken understanding. The path before her stretched out, illuminated by moonlight, as if encouraging her to continue her quest. The artifact awaited her, and the battle against the rising darkness intensified. With renewed resolve, Amelia set forth, confident in the knowledge that the true obstacles she faced were not external but internal. And in the heart of the Bolivian jungle, she had begun the journey to conquer them. Chapter 3. The binding ritual. Amelia ventured deeper into the depths of the jungle, guided by an unwavering determination. Her pursuit of the sacred artifact had brought her to the edge of a churning river, its waters whispering ancient secrets as they flowed over jagged rocks. She knew that the next phase of her quest would require her to obtain the ingredients necessary to perform the binding ritual. As she delved further into the jungle's mysterious embrace, she kept her senses alert for any signs of the elusive elements. Step by step, Amelia made her way through the labyrinth of vines and foliage, her hands brushing against unfamiliar plants. The jungle seemed to respond, revealing hidden blooms and offering up its gifts in response to her reverence. Amongst the thick undergrowth, she discovered the petals of a rare orchid that bloomed only once every few decades. Its ethereal beauty held the key to balance and harmony, crucial for the success of the ritual. Tenderly, she plucked the petals, thanking the jungle for its generous offering. Moving deeper, Amelia stumbled upon a shimmering waterfall, the droplets glistening like diamonds in the sunlight. She sensed its energy, a cleansing force that would purify the artifacts needed for the ritual. She immersed the items, watching as the rushing water washed away the remnants of their long-forgotten past. Continuing her journey, she chanced upon a grove of towering trees, their branches entwined like lovers. It was here that she found the sacred bark, imbued with ancient wisdom and protection. Amelia collected the bark, well aware of its significance in forging a shield against the malevolent deity. As she followed the guidance of the jungle, Amelia's senses heightened. She became attuned to the subtle shifts in the environment, the subtle currents that carried her forward. The ground beneath her feet felt charged with energy, as if the very earth herself wished for this colossal task to succeed. Finally, after days of journeying, Amelia emerged into a hidden clearing bathed in dappled sunlight. There, nestled amidst the sacred stones, lay the long-awaited artifact. Its ethereal glow pulsed with an ancient power, waiting to be harnessed. She knelt before it, careful not to disturb the delicate balance of energy. The ingredients she had gathered were arranged in a circle around the artifact, each symbolizing a different aspect of the binding ritual. The orchid petals represented harmony, the purified items resonated with cleansing energy, and the sacred bark acted as a barrier against the malevolent forces. Amelia's hands trembled as she began the intricate process of weaving together the elements, her actions guided by instinct and reverence. She chanted softly, words of protection and invocation whispered into the jungle air. Time seemed to lose all meaning as Amelia became immersed in the ritual, her entire being focused on harnessing the ancient power surrounding her. The air shimmered, and a hush fell over the clearing, as if nature herself held her breath in anticipation. With a surge of energy, Amelia completed the final step of the ritual, her hands glowing with otherworldly light. The artifact responded, resonating with the power of the binding, as if acknowledging the trust she had placed in its abilities. As the glow subsided, Amelia stood in awe, gazing at the completed ritual before her. The artifact, now dormant, emanated a sense of calm determination. She knew that her efforts and sacrifices had not been in vain. The jungle whispered its approval, a soft rustling of leaves that signaled her victory. The malevolent deity, the ancient darkness that had threatened to rise, would now remain forever sealed away. Amelia had answered the call, stepping into the unknown with courage and resilience. With a knowing smile, she gathered her belongings and prepared to leave the clearing. The jungle, once a realm of fear and uncertainty, became a sacred sanctuary, forever etched into her memory. She was forever changed by its challenges and its gifts. As she ventured back through the dense foliage, Amelia carried the weight of her accomplishment like a badge of honor. With each step, she felt lighter, as if the jungle itself had released her from its grasp. She emerged from the depths, ready to face a world forever altered by her transformative journey. The Bolivian jungle, guardian of ancient secrets, would forever remember the nurse who had ventured into its heart and emerged victorious. And Amelia, forever marked by her experiences, would carry the lessons learned within its embrace for the rest of her days. Chapter 4. Emergence of light. Amelia emerged from the depths of the jungle, her spirit ablaze with a newfound sense of purpose. The weight of her triumph carried her forward, propelling her toward a world hungry for the light she had unleashed. News spread like wildfire of the incredible nurse who had journeyed into the Bolivian jungle, facing the terrors that lurked within. People whispered of her bravery, and her story traveled far and wide, igniting a spark of hope in the hearts of those who knew only despair. Word of Amelia's triumph reached the ears of Dr. Rodrigo Ramirez, a renowned archaeologist and historian. Intrigued by her tale, he sought her out, his eyes filled with curiosity and admiration. As fate would have it, their paths converged in an auditorium where Amelia had been invited to speak about her extraordinary adventure. Dr. Ramirez listened intently as Amelia recounted her tale, the crowd hanging onto her every word. Her voice carried the weight of her experiences, resonating with the echoes of the jungle. Her story painted a vibrant tapestry that captivated all who listened, drawing them into a world beyond their imagination. From that day forward, Amelia and Dr. Ramirez became allies, forging a partnership that would transcend the boundaries of their respective fields. Together, they embarked on an ambitious venture, dedicating themselves to preserving and studying the ruins hidden within the Bolivian jungle. Their work took them on countless expeditions, unearthing secrets buried in the earth for centuries. They uncovered artifacts and manuscripts that shed light on civilizations long forgotten, connecting the past to the present, and offering a glimpse into humankind's shared history. Amelia's courage and resourcefulness became legendary in academic circles, earning her the respect and admiration of her peers. She and Dr. Ramirez published groundbreaking research, their collaborative efforts lighting a beacon of knowledge in the darkness. But Amelia's journey didn't end with her triumph over the malevolent deity. It was merely the beginning of a lifetime devoted to exploration and enlightenment. She became an ambassador for the importance of embracing the unknown, urging others to step outside their comfort zones and challenge the limitations of their belief systems. She traveled the world, sharing her story in lectures and workshops, inspiring others to embrace their own paths with resilience and curiosity. Her words and experiences ignited the flames of ambition in the hearts of countless souls, igniting a generation of seekers and discoverers. Amelia's legacy extended far beyond the boundaries of academia. She built schools, clinics, and infrastructure in remote communities, ensuring that the light of education and healthcare reached every corner of the globe. Her courage inspired others to face their own fears and confront the shadows that held them captive. Many upon many found solace in embracing the unknown, finding their own strength in the face of adversity. And as the years rolled on, Amelia's name became synonymous with the triumph of light over darkness. The Bolivian jungle, once a place of terror and mystery, was now regarded as a symbol of transformation and resilience. Amelia Thompson, the nurse lost in the Bolivian jungle, had emerged as a beacon of hope, illuminating the world with her unwavering spirit. Her story echoed through the ages, a reminder that within every heart lies the power to conquer the unknown and forge a brighter future. And so, as the sun set on Amelia's remarkable journey, her legacy burned as brightly as ever, continuing to guide and inspire all those who dare to venture into the uncharted territories of life.